couchwasabi. This is Jirbie from Couchwasabi. So today I'm going to be sharing with you the basics if you want to start free diving. These are my gears or gadgets, and I'm going to be sharing with you some points if you want to have your own stuff for free diving. Alright, so if this is something that you'd like to see, please keep watching. Alright, so this is how we'll do it today because some of the gears are kind of long, and so we'd have to do this video here on the floor. Okay, so I'll be sharing with you some tips and beginner budget tips if you want to start free diving, and if you are looking for your gears, then this video is perfect for you, okay? What's great about free diving is that the gears are super simple. First, of course, you will need your fins. Okay, unahin na natin yung fins. If you are getting your first set of fins, my advice for you is that make sure to buy it in person. Don't order it online because fins are tricky. And each brand would have their own, I guess, sizing. It was never like size 7 and standard all throughout brands. Iba-iba siya ng size. Some, pag size 7 ka, you can stick with the size 7. While others, you might go a little up or a size down depending on actually the size of the brand. So I actually have 2 fins. This was my first set of fins. I still use this and I still love it. I got this from Decathlon. You see the brand is Subea. And I really love this. The fit is nice. My feet is very thin and bony, so the fit is nice. Sometimes I get when my legs are too worked out, sometimes I get red marks here. So you also need your diving socks. These I got from Lazada. It's very cheap. These you can get from Decathlon. It's only 400 pesos. Okay, this one I forgot now. But if you want to go a little extra, ayan, meron tayong Ariana Grande type of diving socks. I've never really wore this. I was planning to wear this probably yung Halloween dive, pero hindi ako naka-join because I got sick. So, ayan, this is really nice. So if you want to go cosplaying or whatever underwater, you can actually buy stuff for that. Okay, going back to the fins. This was my first set of fins. You don't really have to buy because most introduction classes or introduction courses offer free gear rental. But I wanted to invest in my own gears because I was intending to have my free diving session at least once a month. So I wanted to have my own stuff. I didn't want to share like my snorkel with anyone. So gusto ko talagang mag-invest. And one of the, I guess, most tedious decisions you'll have to make is when you are choosing your fins. So, eto nga, I got mine from Decathlon because I researched and I saw a lot of positive reviews, and the biggest factor is the peso factor. This is only 1,800 pesos. I think it's not bad for a medium-sized fins. There are shorter fins or duck fins. Usually, yun yung mga pinapagamit sa introduction class, and those would work okay. When I had my first pool dive, my first pool session with Reef Nomads, I used duck fins and it was okay. But when I asked my coach then, since I was planning to buy my own fins, sabi niya I should go for semi-long fins. So what are semi-long fins? Actually, these two are considered semi-long. Hindi pa ito yung full-length fins. This is semi-long because the shorter one is like this. Yun yung duck fins. And this one, compared to this, my Mundial 150, yan ang difference niya. Let me just, okay. So, ito yung difference niya. And from this one, from the Mundial 150 to the leader fin, or the Mundial Elite, which is like the full-length fins, ganun din yung difference. So, kung yung difference niya from here, ganun din, dadagdagan mo lang siya. Ganun kahaba yung leader fins. And most, I guess, coaches and professional freedivers, they go with full-length fins. I decided not to go for full-length fins because one, it's not practical for me. It's too long. I don't wanna bring it when traveling. Ito okay pa to. Pwede mo pa to ipasok sa maleta mo and there's no problem. With leader fins, you have to take extra care because number two, it's more expensive. This I got for only 2,800. It's really cheap. It was on sale. Regular price is 4,000 pesos. This is the semi-long fins of Beauchat. Beauchat. I really don't know how to pronounce it, but this is the brand. And this is Mundial 150 or Mundial 150. I got this because I wanted a semi-long fins, although I've never really used this, to be honest, because it's too heavy. Hindi ko siya napagana nung nasa full practice ako. Nahirapan ako, medyo mabigat siya. Because one of the factors when choosing your fins, you also have to consider your leg power. So if you choose like fins that are stiff, like this one is stiff, this is softer. Yan, see? This is softer. So when you choose fins that are stiff and kulang sa power yung legs mo, mahihirapan ka talaga. And that's what happened to me with this set of fins. So I've never really used this. In my last open sea dive, I still used this. See? Kaya puro gasgas na siya. But it's okay kasi I'm still practicing. I was hesitant to use this because one, magagasgasan siya, and two, baka mabigat siya, baka hindi lang ako makagalaw. So I will try to use this in my next dive to see if kaya ko na siya. Kasi the more naman you practice your leg work, the more it will have strength and the more you can be diverse in using fins. Okay? So as beginners, I really recommend this from Decathlon. This is their Subea fins. May ibang color nito. I think there's also yellow and there's also gray. But during that time when I was purchasing it in Tiendecitas, this was the only one that's left for my size. I'm a size 36, 37. And for Mundial 150, I'm also 37, 38. That's what I'm saying. Iba-iba sila. So you really have to be there. You really have to fit it. And in fact, whenever I go purchase my fins, I always bring my diving socks with me. Just to be sure. Kasi you will have to choose the diving footgear, socks and fins that's closest to your feet's comfort. Yung pinaka-comfortable talaga. So sometimes pwede na yung fins lang. Sometimes you really have to wear a pair of socks. And with your diving socks, there are different thickness. These are, I think, this is 2mm. Yun yung maganda sa Decathlon. Everything is written. This one, there's nothing written on it. It's made in China. It's from Lazada. I bought it a while back. I think 3 years ago. And this is what I'm using currently. This is what Chris is using. Okay, and this one, I think this is 3mm also. 3mm. Never used it. Okay, so next, we will be going to the most essential, I think, aside from the... Because you can actually go free diving without the fins. But you can't ever go free diving without your snorkel and your mask. Okay, so let me just show you 3 kinds of masks that I have today. And these are proudly local brands. You don't really have to buy super expensive European, German brands because you are just a beginner. It's not practical. This is my first set of masks. I got this when I was still in PNG. That was like 10 years ago. And binibenta pa nila to. So this is from Aqua Mundo. Now this is a snorkeling mask. This is not really intended for free diving. Why? Because medyo malayo yung gap niya from your face. And so when you are choosing your free diving mask, you should always check the feature and it should always say that it's a low volume mask. So ito yon. These two are low volume masks. These are from local brands Fathom and Phooo. The price is comparative. This is about 1,000. This is about 1,300. This includes a case, which is this one. Ito wala. It only came with resealable plastic. So in a way, it's the same value, to be honest. I chose this because it's girly, evidently. It's low volume, and the way you pick your mask, this is more forgiving since masks are actually standard, more or less, okay? So the way you pick your mask when you're out, maybe in the store, is ganito. Dapat, when you hold it in front of your face, and you suck it in, dapat hindi malalaglag yung mask. Just like what happened, kahit hindi nakalagay yung string sa likod mo. So you place it, and inhale. If you have created a vacuum seal, and dumikit siya sa mukha mo, meaning it's a perfect fit. So I was really happy when I got this. And when I tested that, it was a perfect fit. This is really cheap for 1,000 pesos. So I'll link everything down below. You can order from them. Very easy transaction. I really love it. Also, another one is Phooo. This is for Chris. I got it for him. A little manly, all black. They have a lot of other designs, so you should check them out. The quality is the same for me. Others say dapat malambot daw yung skirt. This is definitely soft. That's why I really like this. This is also soft. I realized that there are a lot of other brands out there that are more expensive, but they are actually head-to-head with the quality of these. So wag na kayong magpagod pa. I'm giving you like these two brands that you can check out, depending na lang kung ano yung available, I guess, colors nila, and then you choose from there. Next is your snorkel. This is mine, obviously, para terno San Juan. This is Chris. This is from Phooo, and this one I got from Divers Point in San Juan. This is a little expensive because I was trying to go for that pink and white look. As you may notice, my stuff are pink and white mostly. Okay, so I got this because I wanted the color. I was specific of the color. I wanted something that's all white. Kaya medyo mahal siya. This is 1,000 pesos. 700 for the snorkel and 300 for this. This one, we got this with the mask as a set. It was only 1,800. So that's really, really affordable. So when choosing your snorkel, forget about this. Forget about the valves. Forget about the purges. Forget about it. This is actually my very first snorkel. I also got this from Aquamundo, isang set yun when I was still in PNG. And at that time, I think ito yung pinaka-high-tech kasi meron siyang double purge valve and all that. When the sales guy was explaining it to me, and I was like, ooh, that's really fancy. But I think I only used this once or twice. I've never really used this. I tried using this during my first pool session for freediving, and it was horrible. Number one, it was really heavy. So yung sa mask ko, bumabagsak siya. It was affecting everything. Not a good choice. So forget about this. Forget about all those high-tech. You stick with the basics, okay? Stick with this J-style snorkel. J-style. Ganyan lang siya. You don't really have to think about the purges and the valves. Anyways, pag dive mo naman, hindi ka naman nakapasok sa snorkel. You only need your snorkel before going in the water. So choose a nice J snorkel. This one is from Phooo. I got it as a set, as I said earlier. This one I got separately, but the quality is slightly different. You can see. This is a little bigger, more matigas. This is softer, but it's okay kasi you want things to be light when you're freediving. Unlike this one, this is really heavy, as in it's such a hassle. So these are the two brands that I recommend. I'm sure there are a lot of other cheaper brands on Lazada when I checked. You may also try that, but if you want something that's tried and tested, you go for these. And other essentials are your sunblock. You can always use your conventional sunblock, but as a freediver, you have to think about your, I guess, impact to the marine life. And so you'd want to check something that's reef friendly. There's another brand, the Magway. That's a little more expensive. That's like 600 pesos per like this or something. And that's also a popular choice among freedivers. I've seen that a lot. But I found this from Strip It, which is really affordable. This is like 300 plus pesos, half the price, and works just as well. It's a natural SPF 50 Reef-safe sun protection product. The repercussion when using your regular sunblock is that This causes coral bleaching without you knowing it. While swimming, the substance would go down to the reef and namamatay yung mga corals. So, not really recommended, but I guess it's a popular choice kasi ito yung mas accessible. But let me just share with you that there's this brand, Strip It. It's really affordable. It's comparable to Magway. I think you should check it out. Next essential, this one is something that's my secret. Kasi I'm naturally buoyant. My first open sea dive was horrible. As in, I hardly ever dived because lumulutang ako, hindi ako lumulubog. I was so frustrated and so tired because kahit anong kick ko, hindi ako lumulubog. And so I invested in this. This is a neck weight. This is custom made by a Filipino freediver. So you just put it here, baka masira yung buko. Ano siya, plastic buckle. Okay, so you put it here, and with this is only, I think, 2 pounds, I think. Yeah, this is 2 pounds, it's written there. So this is custom made by a Filipino freediver, Dada, and I ordered it from him as recommended by my coach nung first free dive ko sa open sea. So this is, I think, 1,000 pesos. I think it's 1,000 pesos. And it helped me a lot in my second open sea dive. As you may or may not know, when you are in the pool, it's very different from when you are in open sea. Kasi mas buoyant sa dagat. Kasi salt water. So you can dive for as low and as deep as you want in the pool, but when you go to the sea, it's different. So this was really my secret on my second open sea dive, the one that I posted before this, and it's really helpful. I'll also put the link down below if you want to order. I chose this versus meron din namang weight belts, but I don't want that extra hassle na you'd have to tie it and then yung loose na ano, I don't know what you'd have to do with it, and then ang daming chache-bureche. But this one, that's it. Ito na yun. You don't really need to have weights, especially if you're not wearing a full wetsuit. Like me, I don't really wear a wetsuit. I just wear a long sleeve rash guard and pair of boy shorts. So it's just that I'm naturally buoyant. But if you are wearing a full wetsuit, like yung long sleeves and yung mahaba talaga, you really have to have your weight belt. Kasi yung neoprene wetsuit also adds to the buoyancy. And you know, hindi ka makaka-dive ng maayos kung wala kang weight belts. But for me, since I'm not really using a wetsuit, there's no really use for me to invest in what? 3 pounds, 4 pounds, 5 pounds. Hindi na kailangan yun. This is enough for me. 2 pounds lang. Okay? And I think for girls, you should invest in these. These are headbands that helped me in my second open sea dive. My first open sea dive was really horrible. My hair was all over the place. And of course, when your hair gets in the mask, hindi na siya vacuum seal. Hindi ka na makakita. Tapos hindi pa ako makalubog. It was really a lot of hard work. And so, for my second open sea dive, I made sure I had everything. So I can make my bayads hulit and I can dive for as often as I want. At napansin nyo naman, my first open sea dive was a little short. Konti lang yung mga nasa underwater ako. And my second one, I was like really killing it. I was really diving it. So I invested also in these. I got this from Landmark. It's really affordable. This is not your goodie version. That's a lot more expensive. These are the headbands na meron siyang grip from the inside, so even if it's wet, it won't run all over the place. And these are also from Landmark. These are like fabric hair scrunchies. You can totally get the plastic ones, and I'd recommend that kasi para mas mabilis matuyo. Kasi ito, babaho yan kapag diba, tinago mo. You have to make sure that you wash it again and put it under the sun para hindi siya makamoy. And last but not the least, I think this is an essential, your action cam. So I was lucky na before doing all these divings, I already decided to purchase my action cam. So I just had to buy like some of the accessories. You don't really have to use your red filter. I tried that on my first open sea dive. It was horrible. So you don't really need a red filter unless you are diving like what, 60 meters deep or something. But for normal 10 meters, this is enough. This is good. But I still use my underwater case. You should use your underwater case even if they say it's waterproof. Kasi yung mga salt residue, it can like really mess up your gears. And all these other gears that I've mentioned. Every time you go out of the water, you have to rinse everything with fresh water before you keep them. Because kakalawangin yan, there will be salt residue. And you can see it. You know, let me just show you this one. This one I've never, pero tinaman naman may mga watermark. So that's what I'm saying. Anyway guys, I guess that's all for today. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you are looking for your fins, don't forget to check these out. If you have the budget, go ahead and go for leader fins. I think that's the best that's accessible here in the Philippines. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any other questions for me about free diving, don't forget to leave them down through the comments. Or you can get in touch with me through my social media account, through my Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. And I guess I'll see you in my next video. Happy diving. Bye!